Today we're going to be taking a look at some different boxes that are about to go into the recycling, but I thought that they were kind of cute and had some interesting information on some of them, and I thought it may be an enjoyable thing to listen to in the background as I over-explain all of these boxes. So to begin, this is a very simple box. It is what used to be mini Roma tomatoes. It is a clear box. It has this clamping structure that allows it to close. This is a recyclable box here. It is the Woolworths brand of mini Roma tomatoes. This box must be referred to as a punnet here. So it says punnet recyclable, and it always lists what item is recyclable from the original packaging. So for these tomatoes, it said store at room temperature, wash before use. I did not do that. I stored these in the fridge. Oops. But yes, this is this box. It'll be ready. It sounds like rain pattering. It's been raining on and off all day today, and it rained all day yesterday. And it's been very cloudy this week. The sun is out right now, so I could go to the beach later if I want. Work on my tan a little bit more. The next box we'll be taking a look at is this V Refresh box. I still need to break it down, but I thought you'd love to see the shape of it. The V Refresh Energy comes in packs of 4, or you can buy them individually. These energy drinks are from the Refresh line of V Energy, and the ones that I got are these blackcurrant and yuzu. They're 0 sugar with 8 calories per can and are rated 3.5 on the Health Star rating. It has the same information on the sides as it does on the first side I showed you. The top is the side with the least amount of information. How fitting. I love the design that's behind this V. It's like a little flower, and it's built of a bunch of little baby V's that range in color from a dark gray to a lighter white, all in this floral shape around the V. Could also be spiraling water. I'm not sure. Now the bottom of the box is a little interesting. It has this hole which shows the bottom of the can, and it'll say what the best by date is on the bottom of that can. Now here we see a little bit extra information that it doesn't list on the other sides. On the other sides it highlights that it's an energy drink with 0 sugar and 8 calories per can, as we saw, but on this side it says crisp, light, and refreshing. This is a formulated caffeinated beverage. There are 4 servings per package, as it's 1 can per serving, and this Each can has 250 milliliters. Now the box is recyclable in Australia, where I'm at, but it has to go in the trash in New Zealand. It looks like the ingredients in here include carbonated water, acidity regulators such as citric acid and sodium citrate, sweeteners such as erythritol and sucralose, flavors, guarana extract, preservatives including sodium benzoate, potassium sorbate, caffeine, color, caramel 4, vitamins, niacin B3, pantothenic acid B5, riboflavin B2, B6 and B12, and antioxidant ascorbic acid. This product does contain caffeine, not recommended for children, pregnant or lactating women, or individuals sensitive to caffeine, such as those with heart conditions. Consume responsibly. Usage 2 cans max daily. It's made in New Zealand or Australia from local and imported ingredients. Suntory Beverage and Food New Zealand is the brand. The V logo is trademarked. I have a funny story about caffeinated beverages and people taking caffeinated beverages when they shouldn't. There's a little place that I love to go to, a little restaurant in the States known as Panera Bread, or in the St. Louis locale it's referred to as St. Louis Bread Co. And they had, about a year ago, and for a year prior to that, they had these wonderful drinks called charged lemonades. Now these lemonades had all the wonderful flavor of lemonade with a variety of different flavors such as mango yuzu citrus, strawberry lemon mint, and Fuji apple cranberry. Now these were amazing, these were great. My favorite was the Fuji apple cranberry. You may notice I'm talking in past tense because they got rid of the Fuji apple cranberry, even though it was my favorite flavor, and replaced it with a blood orange flavor that was super not good, in my opinion. I was upset by this, reasonably, because these charged lemonades, they had the caffeine to keep me going. I drank one of these, a large, a day. And yes, while there was about 400 milligrams of caffeine in a large, I wouldn't drink it all at once. It was like at least a 3-hour process, usually more like 8 hours. And I would take a little break, and if I had to pull an all-nighter, I would get another one and just chug that. And I was alive. I had so much energy. I felt revitalized. And then some of the lovely people in America that don't like to read decided that they weren't going to read all of the warnings that they had listed on these caffeinated lemonades, letting people know that this is a caffeinated beverage and it contains a lot of caffeine, and that you should be careful to consume it if you are pregnant or have a heart condition, and to not give it to your children. Unfortunately, people hate to read. And so people were stealing some of the lemonade without paying for it, which is an issue because when you pay for it, either at the counter or through the kiosk, there's a warning that either the cashier or the kiosk will pop up with the warning that says, are you aware that this contains a lot of caffeine? Do not consume if you are pregnant or have a heart condition. And the cashier lets you know that it has caffeine when you're at the register. So they moved them to behind the counter because people were stealing it and not reading the warnings. And then they ended up being sued by someone that consumed the drink very quickly while having a heart condition, which I think is unfair, first of all, because they did list the warnings. It's like suing some company for giving you hot coffee. I mean, that lady won. She won the hot coffee lawsuit, but anyway. So essentially, Panera had to discontinue the drinks, and that was May of last year. Now I'm very torn up about this, and I'm a broken woman because that was what kept me going. Those drinks, not to say that I have a caffeine addiction, however, those drinks really had it going for me. I will never feel that same buzz of caffeine as I did when consuming those drinks. I don't know what they put in it. I don't really care. It's probably very unhealthy. It didn't actually seem that unhealthy though. It was made with like the guarana extract, comes from green tea, so it's a little bit better version of caffeine. However, either way, it killed like 2 people, and so they discontinued it. I am very sorry for those people. I also do wonder if they were literate, because we do have a literacy problem in America, and I fear that if they were illiterate, they may not have read the warning, or they were not able to read the warning. However, if they were literate and chose to ignore all the warning signs, I'm upset. I'm upset either way, but I understand that we do have a literacy problem, an undereducation problem in America that needs to be worked on, which will, yeah. Anyway, so those energy drinks really kept me going. Now I need to suffice for other things, such as the. Now, I've never seen these in America, but they're everywhere in Australia, so I've been drinking them. I've been enjoying them. They don't really pack a punch. It says they only have, let me look to the caffeine content. It's only 78 milligrams of caffeine, so really not that much, especially when I was used to drinking 400. So I do feel like I'm a little less sprightly on top of things, and I don't have that sappy energy, but that's okay. It's all for the best, I suppose. A lot of even the caffeine drinks that we have in America that they also have here, so like Monster Energy, I get some of those cans sometimes. They're really expensive though, but the Monster Energy, the ones they have here have less caffeine than the ones in America. They still taste like I'm probably killing myself, but they taste less so like I'm permanently damaging my insides, if that makes any sense. Next, we have this box of Moistly coasters. This is from the brand Golden Veil, and this is the pecan and maple flavor. You may notice this box is very busted up. I took this on a camping trip, and it was in my bag, and it got a little smooshed. But now it makes fun little popping sounds. I like the one when it pops back up. That's a nice sound. That was really loud. I'm sorry. So this is rated a 4 on the health star rating. We're moving up, guys. We're moving up. So the pecan and maple flavor. This is a source of dietary fiber. I've been eating a lot of high fiber foods here, which is good for my digestive tract. Not good for not sitting on the toilet a lot, but that's alright. So it says, treat yourself in the mornings with these delightfully crisp muesli clusters combined with pecan pieces, maple syrup, and a hint of cinnamon. Now this is a typical serving suggestion, this bowl on the front. It looks like it suggests having the muesli clusters with blueberries and peaches. I don't know how they got these grill marks on the peaches. That's kind of fun. I saw that when I first bought the box, and for some reason in my head I thought it came with these peaches. It does not. It's just this stuff in the spoon over here. I like this picture on the front here with the pecans and the maple syrup. Yum. Now this one is high in whole grain, and it comes with 500 grams in the package. I believe this is from Aldi, which is why there's this ginormous barcode on the bottom, so you can't miss it. Now this is best before November 5th of 2025, and how it comes to be a 4 health star rating is through the energy saturated fat, sugars, and sodium that is listed. Surprise, surprise, we have another barcode. On the back it says, feel great again. Again is such a trigger word for me. Again. 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 And here it has the same exact message from the front of the box, repeated again, for some reason, in case you missed it, in case you didn't read the other side. And another picture of the serving suggestion with another spoon and more clusters. Oh, it looks like these were made in Belgium. That's fun. Yeah, it looks like this is an Aldi brand. Servings per package are approximately 12, with the serving size being about 40 grams of dry mix, approximately 170 grams, one prepared with 125 milliliters of skim milk. So I'm assuming that means that it will not be 12 servings when you have it in cereal form. If we multiply 40 by 4, that would be about 160 grams, which is just under the amount. So that looks like if we divide 12 by 4, be 3. I don't know if that's accurate. I don't think it's 3 servings per container. Oh, I guess it would be close. 150 times 3 is 450. Yeah, dang. So it's like 4 servings of cereal. But it's 12 if you're just eating it dry. My favorite way to eat. I'm losing it. I'm sorry. 40 grams serve of golden veil pecan and maple muesli clusters contributes 44% towards the Grains and Legumes Nutrition Council 48 grams whole grain daily target intake. Lovely. This is suitable for vegetarians. It says to store in a cool, dry place, and once opened, store in an airtight container. The way that I store them right now is they're in the bag, and I put a little binder clip on them, and I hope that works. Now this does provide 11% of the daily intake For protein, or for energy, 18% of the daily protein, 11% of the carbs, and 14% of the sugars. The rest are a little bit not important. It does contain gluten, wheat, and pecan, and may contain almond, Brazil nut, cashew, hazelnut, milk, and soy. I don't know how they might have milk in there, but they're not positive. That's odd. Well, in this package, there's whole grain rolled oats, sugar, rice crisps, rice grits, wheat flour, sugar, malt extract, barley, and salt. Vegetable oil, which includes antioxidant 307B, pecan pieces, wheat flour, glucose syrup, maple syrup, honey, natural flavor, natural color, and cinnamon. Amazing. This box is recyclable here in Australia, the bag is not. It is interesting that it lists it as a source of dietary fiber. However, it only provides 7% of your daily intake of dietary fiber. I don't know what they're on about with that. Interesting. I need to break down this box as well, but I thought you'd enjoyed its little smooshed being, its smooshed form. I'll break her down. Are you seeing double? I am. This is another Golden Veil Moistly Clusters box. This, however, is the fruity flavor. Now, I enjoyed this a lot more. I felt like it, I feel like it was more enjoyable to indulge in. It does have the same nutrition information as far as the servings. It's also made in Belgium. This one has a slightly different description. It says, treat yourself in the mornings with these delightfully crisp moistly clusters combined with delicious sultanas, coconut, and dried apple chips. I don't know what sultanas are. I'm gonna be so real. Are they the raisin things? They might be the little raisin things. This one is only rated a 2.5 health star rating. I don't know what the big deal with that is. Let's do a little comparison. Oh, it's the energy. And it comes with a lot more saturated fat and sugars and sodium. Yeah, I don't care. I'll still eat it. So it's a little less healthy for you, but I still thought it tasted good. It still felt really healthy. This is much easier to hold as a flat box, huh? It does have that giant barcode again on 2 of the wings. Let's see what this little wing says over here. It is recommending that you enjoy the clusters with milk or yogurt as well. Although it specifies skim milk or reduced fat yogurt. They really want you to be healthy here, I guess. I don't even know like the benefits of that. I don't even drink normal milk. I drink oat milk because I'm lactose intolerant and I don't want to shit my pants on the subway. We don't have a subway. Well, we do have Subway, the food chain. I want to shit my pants in a Subway, I guess. So it looks like this comes with 10% of the daily energy, 16% protein, 8% of fat, 11% saturated, 10% carbohydrates, and 19% sugars, 8% of your dietary fiber, and 4% of your sodium. So this here is, again, slightly less healthy. That's alright. Let's take a look at those ingredients. Whole grain rolled oats, sultanas, sugar, vegetable oil, includes antioxidant 307B, coconut chips, wheat flour, wheat spheres, includes wheat flour, malted wheat flour, barley, raising agent 500, stabilizer 170, emulsifier 322. Corn flakes, includes corn, barley, emulsifier 322. Dried apple chips, includes apple preservatives 220. Sulfites, grated coconut, glucose syrup, honey, flavors, natural color, and salt. Contains sulfites, gluten, and wheat. May contain almond, Brazil nut, cashew, hazelnut, pecan, milk, and soy. It is suitable for vegetarians. The coconut chips are actually the most delicious part of this whole thing. I love them so much, and I may need to get some coconut chips to add to all my other cereals because these were so delicious. Anyway, that is all for Golden Vale Muesli Clusters. Here's the last box for the day. This is the Arnott's brand Teeny Tiny Teddy Honey Cereal. This is a 4 health star rating. It's Aussie made with no artificial colors, flavors, or preservatives. It's a source of fiber and gluten free. And as you can see here, we have our tiny teddies on the front. This one's indulging in some honey. Are they trying to co-opt Winnie the Pooh here? What's this about? Is this their Winnie the Pooh? I didn't think about that. Do all bears like honey? Is that just like a common knowledge thing that I was unaware of? Do all bears like honey? Is that a real thing? I thought it was the Winnie the Pooh thing. But like, they have all this honey on the side. I don't know if it's like a... Sorry, sneak peek at the back. I don't know. I know you're not supposed to like poke a bear, and you're not supposed to poke a beehive, but I don't know if they're related at all. I don't know. Anyway, this is what the little bears look like in the cereal. They're a little bit smaller than these. These are enlarged to show detail, and they also, when you open the bag, or at least when I opened the bag, they were all hugging, and it was a giant brick, and the package, like, they were all in the center, and there was like a pocket of air down the side, and they were all just like clumped together. I don't know how they got so close together. Probably like in the packaging process they got smooshed. Some of them are like hugging, like interlocked though. Anywho, that was the front. This side is just a glorious little picture. This one was not from Aldi. This one was from Woolworths, I believe, which is why there's not a giant barcode on the side. The barcode is on the bottom. It's probably printed on recycled board. This board is pretty thick. It does kind of feel... So here's a look at the back of the box. Here we see again Arnott's Teeny Tiny Teddy TM trademarked. And we have these cute little bears everywhere, all the teddies. Some of that, this one's on a hill, sitting there. He's so overjoyed with this giant board that has appeared above him. And then there's all these trees. This one has little berries on it, fruit, little houses. This guy's also very excited. I can't tell if he's excited for the board that has appeared or this lovely rainbow in the background. I don't know. This guy down here, he's a little sleepy. He just woke up. That was me today. I woke up really late. It's been rainy and humid, and so you just want to stay in bed. And I had no real obligations today. So, yeah, this guy, he's got his tongue sticking out. I don't know, he's craving something. Oh my god, this is actually quite scary. This is cannibalistic. They like honey. Are we implying that the bears are eating the honey cereal? Or are we implying that we are eating these bears? that are just covered in honey because they've eaten so much that they're like mostly honey. Is this suitable for vegetarians? Are we eating bear? This is slightly disturbing. He's so excited about these teeny tiny teddies. Is he excited to eat them? His tongue is out. He's salivating. Oh my word. I might need to take a second. Whew. Whew. Okay. Well, anyway, here is the description on the back. It says, enjoy the taste of teeny tiny teddy honey cereal for breakfast. Oh, here's a little story. The teddies were tucked in bed one morning, feeling cozy and warm. Me this morning. They were woken by the sweet smell of honey floating in the air. The teddies jumped out of bed and onto their furry feet, excited to find where the scent was coming from. They were delighted to find a honey cereal so crunchy and tasty they couldn't resist, a delicious bowl waiting to bring joy to their day. Teeny tiny teddy honey cereal is made in Australia for tiny tummies and big ones too. This is a children's cereal. It's gluten-free, a source of fiber and whole grain with no artificial colors, flavors, or preservatives. So they are eating the honey cereal. The teddies jumped up and they were delighted to find a honey cereal so crunchy and tasty they couldn't resist. They're eating their brethren. They're eating them. They're eating them. He ate my son. Oh my word. They're eating their own. They miniaturized them and coated them in honey and fed them to the bears. This is quite horrifying. Someone just like woke up next to me or above me. Ingredients: cereal, rice flour, whole grain sorghum flour, sugar, honey, chicory root fiber, rice bran, psyllium husk, chickpea fiber, honey powder, sunflower oil, natural flavor, sunflower lecithin, and that is all. It may contain milk and soy. They're not positive. It does provide, it doesn't say the percentages of your daily intake. It does say it has 14 servings per package. I wouldn't say it has 14. I'd agree and say that it's probably got at least 10, but not quite 14. But it is made for tiny tummies, and I have a massive tummy. My tummy's huge. My tummy can't wait to devour. Arnott's Australia, exporting to the world, but we are here in Australia, and it was made in Australia from at least 92% Australian ingredients. Wow. Homegrown. It says to store in a cool, dry place, which I have. It's just been in my cabinets. Yeah, and it's supposed to be for 10/10/2025, so we are all good. I'm gonna be gone by then. And this will be long gone. In summation, that's very creepy that they are promoting teddies to eat their own kind just because they're covered in honey. I also don't know where this whole honey bear thing came from. I don't know where this stigma or stereotype about bears that they always just devour honey came from. Maybe it's true. I need to do more research. I've also learned that Australians are terrified of bears. Anytime I talk about going on hikes in America, they go, "Oh, you have bears, don't you?" And I go, "Uh-huh." That's why you have to put your food in a bear box when you go hiking in the mountains or when you're camping. Because if you don't put your food in a bear box, they will eat it. They will eat it. They will try to break into the bear box, but they can't get in, but they smell it and they want to eat it. But they are very scared of bears here. So that's why they made these ones so cute and so harmless. Except for the fact that they're eating their own kind. Again, I don't want to get too much into semantics here, but do we not see this issue? Anyway, that is all the boxes I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed my reading and my evaluation of the various foods that I have consumed over the past few weeks. I know that it's a little odd to just be looking at cereal boxes without the food in them, but I hope you still enjoyed, and I hope this can bring you a little comfort today.